welcome back to Michelle Regan Yoga. This is the Yin Yoga class, and it's one of my favorites. It's the prepping for Sleeping Swan. So that will be our grand finale pose. That being said, we're going to be opening up our hips, flexors, the outer hips, the IT bands, groin, that whole area. So when you finally move into that pose at the end of the class, you should feel spectacular. To start, as we usually do, it is a reclined butterfly pose. I'm doing it with blocks, 2 blocks, and then the blanket folded up on top. If that's too intense of a stretch, just put your blanket down, remove the blocks, and just lay on top of the blanket. So you're going to go ahead and make sure these blocks come right up to your rear end. Your sit bones are down, so it's right on that tailbone. And you're going to bring it back. Use an extra block if you need to. And as you lay down, try and do soles of the feet together, knees out wide. If it really bothers you, it can be knees up, feet flat, or legs out in front. So whatever feels better to you. Arms east and west, palms up. We'll start to open up your chest a little bit. And then once you find your shape, your posture, try and be as still as you can. Close your eyes. And relax your face, your cheeks, your tongue, your jaw. Slowly start to breathe, inhaling and exhaling through the nose only. Doing your best not to clench your teeth or lock your jaws. Let go of anything going on outside this area, your little sanctuary. Giving yourselves permission to be present for the entirety of your class. Completely dedicating it to you. I want slow, steady inhales, matching exhales, so it's very fluid and even. On the inhale, inflating the belly. Slowly start to bring it into your ribs, and then finally filling the lungs. The exhale is the opposite direction. Squeeze out of the lungs, out of your ribs. And by the end, navel into spine. Nice and slow. Inhale, inflate. Feel the belly rise and expand, and then fill the ribs, bringing it into the lungs. Your exhale equally slow out of the lungs, out of the ribs. And at the end, navel into spine, just stay with it. Relax the shoulders. Allow the vertebrae to melt and be supported. Allow the hips to open, surrender. And again, relax the face, your eyes, your cheeks, your tongue. Continue with this breath. Try and be as still as you can. And when you feel ready, perhaps setting an intention for your practice today. What is it that you need or want? What are you trying to bring into fruition? Whether it's personal, physical, or spiritual. It's whatever resonates with you today. Once you have your vision, your intention, just a nice, slow, steady inhale, followed by the exhale to seal it in. When you're ready, you're going to open your eyes, keeping the gaze soft, and then draw those knees together, feet flat, and pause. You'll notice the opening in your hips. Slowly roll off your bolster or your blanket to your right side, and come into the fetal position, if you will. This helps bring your awareness back into your brain. push your way upright. As we come into stirrup. So we're going to take our blocks away. Keep your blanket handy as we're going to go down on our back. So I'm going to actually use my blanket to be my pillow. Use a strap or grab a towel or something to use as we're going to go into a reclined saddle or stirrup pose, sorry. As we bring it down, with my feet flat, knees bent, bring this right knee into your belly and then just have that foot go up to the sky. So it's like a half a happy baby. And we're going to take our strap. I'm using a towel today because I forgot to bring a strap up. And then you can either keep this left knee bent or straighten it out. And I want you just to hold it here. I'm not like pulling in. I'm just holding it to rest it. If you don't need a strap, you can even use your hand. Okay? Which is probably what I'm going to do. Let me start the timer. Once you're here, I want you to completely relax. Make sure the back of your head is down. Your shoulders are down. Don't point or flex the foot at all. It's just resting there. Relax and breathe. Foot or knee starts to naturally come in a little closer, draw itself down, that's okay. That's just telling me that you're starting to open up in your hamstrings. If you need to modify it, you would bend the left knee with the left foot flat just to take a little bit of stretch out of here. You're over halfway through. Modify or adjust if need be, otherwise stay as still as you can. Just a few more slow deep breaths in and out of your nose. And then go ahead and release your foot. I'm going to have you slide that left knee or the foot in so that your left knee bends. And then you're going to cross this right leg on top. We're going to do thread the needle. So what we're going to do, you can stay here. You can bring it up, hands right behind the thigh, or if you're pretty open, you can go outside your shin, interlace your fingers. Only go there if you can pretty much keep your shoulders down and the back of your head down. So find your shape, whatever works. If it helps, close your eyes. Relax and breathe. Don't point, don't flex the feet at all. I don't want any muscles engaged. Try as best you can to relax into this pose and breathe into this pose. sure that low back is grounded down. Hips are down, shoulder blades are down, and the back of the head. You're halfway through, modify or adjust if you want to try and go a little bit more intense, moving your hands to a different position, go for it. Once you find the basic shape and something you think you can relax in, I want you just to be as still as possible. Slow deep breaths in and out of your nose. And release. Feet flat, knees bent. Go ahead and windshield wiper them if you will. Taking them to the right and center, left and center. Just kind of work out the sacrum, the hips, a little bit of the groin. All right, half a happy baby or a stirrup on the left. So knees bent, feet flat again. I'm just going to bring this thigh inward, and then I'm going to bring my leg up so that my foot is like parallel to the ceiling if I can. And you can actually stay here with your hand behind your thigh as well. Use your strap if you want it around the foot, or use your hand. Once you're there, find your shape. Make sure you can do this and pretty much keep the shoulder down, head down, low back is down. You can stay with the right knee bent, or you can slide it out. I'll tell you when it's halfway through. In case you're keeping it bent, maybe you can slide it out then. If it helps, close the eyes. Relax and breathe. Halfway through, see where you're at. If need be, if your knee was bent, foot flat on the right side, you can now slide it out. If your hand was behind your thigh, maybe now you try and bring it up closer to the foot. So wherever you're at, if you're comfortable where you're at, stay as still as you can. Just a few more slow deep breaths in and out of the nose. Alright, as I release, I'm going to go back to feet flat, knees bent. Keep that right knee or foot flat, and then I'm going to cross so that my left ankle is pretty much on my thigh right below my right knee. You can stay like this with the foot flat. You can bring it in, interlace your fingers behind your thigh, or you can even go outside of the knee. If you go outside the knee or the shin, just make sure you can keep these shoulders down and the head down. If you have to hold up, don't do it because you can't relax into it. Find your basic shape. Whatever works for you. Don't point, don't flex. Relax as much as you can into this. Close your eyes if it helps. And be as still as you can. Halfway through, see where you're at. Modify or adjust if you need to. Go deeper if you want to. Once you find the basic shape, try and remain as still as you can. A few more slow deep breaths in and out of the nose. When you're ready, we'll release. Feet flat, knees bent. They can be as wide as the mat. Take them to the left and center, right and center. Just windshield wiper those legs again. Bring the knees in, roll again to your right side. Use the strength of your arms pushing up, and then go ahead and grab your blanket so we can sit. And you'll be facing forward on your mat, sideways if you wish. Okay, so we're going to do a dragonfly with the bent knees. It's where I'm going to sit up here just to lift my hips a little bit. Maybe even take your hands, kind of pull that rear end aside. My feet are flat, my knees are bent, and I'm going to come forward. What I want to do is use my blocks to support my forehead, arms down, just like that. So find your pose. I'm actually going to back up so my feet are on my mat. And again, once you find your shape, try on this one to rest the forehead. If you need a third block or something to put up there across the top where you can even do your fist, that's fine. Put the timer in. Resting the arms, just let them lay palms up, touching index finger to your thumbs in order to keep that energy inside your body. Having like a readjust if you want to, and maybe go a little deeper, see how it feels. If it doesn't feel good, go back to the original. Try and rest the forehead to calm your mind. And then when you're ready, be as still as you can. Few more slow deep breaths in and out of your nose. Alright, bring it up. Shake your legs out or go ahead and do the windshield wipers again if you wish. And just get that blood flow back in. So we're moving into a true butterfly. We did the recline to start. Now we're going to do the forward bend. In yin, butterfly does not have to be in tight unless you're really comfortable there. I like, again, to rest my forehead on my blocks. And you can have the blocks outside your feet, between your feet, or inside your feet. So play with it, see what feels comfortable for you. Make sure you're grounded again. And then I just rest my forearms on my shins, palms up. And again, touch index finger to your thumbs. Find your shape and be as still as you can. Halfway through, see where you're at. Switch it up maybe if you want to go a little longer, a little deeper. If you're not comfortable, back it out. Find your shape and just be. A few more slow deep breaths in and out of your nose. And bring it up. Alright, we're moving into a half butterfly. So let's bring this right foot in and the left leg out. Try and keep your knee pointed upward. Sometimes it's easy to let it slide. We are going to try and at least do that. Take your hand, pull that rear end out, and that should line it up. But don't point, don't flex. And I'm probably going to use the blocks for my arms and let the head hang heavy. If that's too deep, bring them on end, and like such. Find your shape. Let the head hang. Arms are supported. Completely relax. Letting body weight and gravity do its thing. And find your stillness. Halfway through, see where you're at. Modify or adjust if need be. Take it down a level. Head hangs heavy, letting the body weight come into it. Relax and be still. A few more breaths in and out of your nose. Now as you come up, we're just going to switch sides. If you need to shake your legs out in between, go ahead and do so. Right leg out, left foot's going to come in. Take your hand, kind of just pull that rear end out to the side. And you see how that just kind of switched my knee, so now my knee's resting up rather than falling over to the side. I'm going to bring my blocks in on either side to support my arms. I'm keeping my arms so that it's bone on bone here, so I'm really not even engaging my muscles. Head hangs heavy, allowing all that body weight to be there. Find your shape and then find your stillness. modify or adjust if you need to or want to. If it doesn't feel good, go back to the original. Find your shape, and again, find stillness. Just a few more slow deep breaths. When you're ready, rise up. Go ahead, take the leg out, shake it out. If you want to do your windshield wipers here, you would just lean back, feet flat, knees bent, and then take them to the left and center, right and center. It's just really nice. It loosens up the hips a little bit. All right, so we're going to do a deer pose, which is almost like a modified pigeon. I'm bringing my blanket to the center of my mat, where it's probably going to stay for a little bit here. For deer, let's take our right, so I'm going to have my right hip on here, on the blanket, and I'm going to bring that right foot up. My left foot's behind, so it's almost like I envision like side saddle. Pull up, make sure that that sit bone's down, and then we're going to start to bring it forward. So we can have it with the hands down. We can again use a block. If you wish, maybe even have the forehead resting. See how that will go? Yeah, like that and down. So play with it. I'm going to start upright and work my way into it. Some people don't need any blocks, they'd be on the ground. With their forearms, hands in prayer, thumbs up, and maybe even rest forehead on your thumbs. So I am on the hip on this one versus your sleeping swan where you're not on the hip. Halfway through, see where you're at. Maybe come down a little bit lower. Basically find your shape, any variation thereof, and then find your stillness. Just a few more slow, deep breaths in and out of your nose. legs around forward, shake them out. Do your windshield wipers if you need to, and then we're going to switch sides. So my left leg's going to come up, so I'm going to kind of roll onto this left hip to bring my right leg back. I want to be somewhat on that sit bone here, and then I'm going to come down inside. So again, you can use your blocks, either under your arms or under your forehead. I'm going to start up again. I just feel a little pull. And then about halfway through, I'll let you know. And see if you can go deeper. If you can't, no worries. You just go to your level. Find the basic shape, any variation thereof, and then find your stillness. Relax your hips, relax your quads and hamstrings. Try and let those sit bones root down, or the one especially, the left side. Through, see where you're at. Modify or adjust if you want to. Finding the same basic shape. Once you're there, relax and breathe. Few more slow deep breaths in and out of your nose. Slowly start to rise. Go ahead and roll it off. I'm actually going to have you take it back to a downward dog if that feels good. If not, then just table, hands and knees, and shake it out. Dog, curl the toes, lift the hips, and just kind of walk it out. Get that blood flow back into the legs. Whatever feels good to you, go ahead and do it. If you need to shake it out a little bit, shake it out. All right, so for our upright swan, I'm going to bring my right knee forward, and then I take it to the outside of my mat, pivoting this leg inward, so it's right in front of the blanket. That way, when I bring my hips down and walk this left leg back, my hips, my pelvis should be pretty much supported. Again, I don't want to roll off onto my right hip, but if it hurts my knee, then I would say either roll up the blanket underneath your hip or sit on one of your blocks, and that's going to lift you up to take the weight off the knee. If that doesn't work, you flip over on your back and do thread the needle like we did at the start of class again. We're going to start with upright swan. So I'm going to walk my hands back in so that I'm bone on bone here. I'm not really engaging my muscles. My bones are supporting me. And then if you will, close your eyes, and I'm going to talk you through it. Relaxing the top of the foot, your toes, your arch, your heel, and your ankle. Soften the calf and the shin. Relax the knee, front and back. Your quadricep, your hamstring, your glutes, maybe your hips. Now soften the belly. Just kind of let it play. Soften the chest. Relax your shoulders. And relax the face. Take a big inhale, exhale. Let's go ahead and bring it down. So a couple things you can do here. I do kind of like a block under the forehead, arms up. If you can't get that deep, right, it might be here. If you can go lower, hands in prayer, thumbs up, or stack your hands and rest the forehead down. Again, I'll tell you when you're halfway through. So find what works for you right now, and then when we go halfway through, maybe we can go a little deeper. If not, no worries. Just go to your level. Try your best to rest the forehead, as that will calm the mind. And then once you're there, be as still as you can. Continue to try and rest the forehead, creating calmness, and then just be. Just a few more slow deep breaths in and out of your nose. When you're ready to rise, you're going to slowly push it up. Go ahead, you can bring your legs around, you can take them back to downward dog, you can go into table. However you feel like you need to neutralize. I like to shake my legs out in a dog or walk it out. It just gets that blood flow back into the legs. Just kind of stretches them out a little bit. When you're ready, the left knee will come forward and then pivot it to the outside of the mat or right to the edge of the mat so you can draw that shin inward. The foot will be in front of the blanket as you slowly slide the right leg back. If it bothers the knee, again, you can roll up the blanket or sit on a block, or when it comes to Sleeping Swan, flip it over and do it on your back. To start, it's going to be Upright Swan. We're going to walk our hands in so that it's bone on bone again. Not really engaging our muscles. And then if you will, close your eyes and allow that body to melt, relaxing your toes, the arch, the top of the foot, the heel, the ankle. Relax the shin and the calf, your knee front and back, and your thigh front and back. And relax the hips. Soften the belly, just let it go. Soften the chest, the shoulders, and the face. Relax and breathe. Take a big inhale, and the exhale, slowly make your way down. And then find your sleeping swan, resting the forehead at all possible. Play with your props, see what works for you. I want you to find the basic shape, but I also want you to find a shape that you can maintain in pure stillness and rest into, because it's body weight and gravity doing the work here. You rest and breathe. More slow deep breaths in and out of your nose. When you're ready, you're going to push upright. Using the strength of your arms, you're going to roll off onto that left hip. Let's bring this right leg around. You can use your hands if you need to. Let this leg come out and then shake it out. All right, we are going down on our backs. No, I don't have time for an inversion. Sorry, I was just checking our time. All right, we're going to go down. Let's do a nice full body twist, right and left, and then prepare for Shavasana. If you will, come off of your blanket. You can keep it handy if you wish to put over your bellies. Otherwise, with your feet flat, knees bent, I want them fists width apart, hands right behind, and lower yourselves down. We're going to draw our right knee into our belly, extending the left leg out in front, and just let it rest. Right arm up overhead, let it rest on the mat, And then use that left hand and literally pull your leg across your body, coming into that twist. Try to keep your shoulder down as you turn your head to the right, closing your eyes, relax and breathe. On your inhale, slowly unwind. Come to center and drop both knees into your belly for a hug to neutralize your spine, and just rock gently side to side, massaging that back. Keep the left knee in, extending the right leg out in front and let it rest on the mat. Left arm up overhead and just let it rest. As you use this right hand and slowly draw the leg across the body, coming into your twist. Try to keep the left shoulder down as you turn your head to the left, closing your eyes, relax and breathe. On the inhale, slowly unwind. Draw both knees into your belly for a hug, rocking gently if that feels good on the back. Before your final posture of Shavasana, if you will, inhale through your nose and just sigh it out. Let it go. With that intention, staying on your back, let your legs come out in front of you. Feet can be as wide as your mat. Using your blanket, you can rest it across the belly to keep that nice, good heat inside. Arms will rest by your side, palms up, touch index finger to your thumbs. Closing your eyes and allow your bodies to rest. Slowly releasing control of each and every muscle as you surrender yourselves to the earth. Your eyeballs will sink deep into their sockets. Your eyelids will gently close. Your inner ear softens. Your jaw slackens. Your tongue relaxes. And you let everything go. touch each fingertip with your thumb. Reaching your arms overhead and extend through your feet and stretch your bodies out. Take a deep inhale, fill your body with your sweet, sweet breath, and on your exhale, draw the knees into your chest, giving yourselves one final compassionate hug. When you feel satisfied, you'll roll again to your right side and just remain there for a moment in the fetal position with your eyes closed. Using the strength of your arms, slowly pushing your way upright. Coming to seated. And if you will, draw your hands to your heart center in prayer. And lower your chin into your chest, bowing your heads in honor of yourselves. From a place deep in my soul, which I know to be pure and true, I bow to and honor this light that shines deep inside of each of you. Thank you all so much for joining me today and allowing me to join you on your yoga journey. Wishing you a beautiful day. Namaste.